Hello, and welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. Today we're going to look at a beer from one of the Japanese majors, and it is from Asahi Breweries, which does not release a lot of new beers. And in fact, this is only their fourth one for this year so far. I think last year they introduced 6 new beers, something like that. And so Asahi, and especially Kirin, don't put out a lot of new beers every year. Suntory and Sapporo a lot more. They're really chasing the market. But Asahi is, I think, currently the #1 brewery in Japan in terms of sales. Kirin surpassed them, I think, last year, but Asahi should be back on top now. And the beer we're going to look at today is this one. It is called Asahi Shokusai. And it is a pale lager, a premium, and they call it a premium, but I'm not sure if we should call it that or not, because of the wide array of ingredients, and including malt, hops, rice, corn, and starch. So a lot of adjuncts in this, and I don't know why they're saying this is a premium, but in any case, this was released on July 7th of this year, so about 3 weeks ago, and it's a 5%er. It costs 283 yen. I'll talk about the price in a second. 283 yen with tax, and that would be $2.02 US at current rates, and Euro 1.82 at current rates. And what's unusual about this one is the top here. Take a look at the top. It's designed to be pulled off entirely. And some of you may know that the very popular Asahi Super Dry did this not too long ago, and it was just all over beer geekdom in Japan, on the web, on Instagram, on Facebook. People taking off the top and showing how the foam should rise up. So basically, what the idea is, you're getting a draft beer in a can. So when you pop up, you can drink the whole thing, and the foam should come up. We'll see if it does or not. And in fact, a lot of the can label space is taken up with how to do it, how to actually open this thing up. Step 1, step 2, step 3. A lot of steps, and of course you see the top here, which shows you the ideal result from that. Now, this is a new beer, and it's kind of high priced for a regular or premium lager in Japan, and 283 yen. Well, one person I read said that perhaps breweries are getting to a point where they're raising prices right now in advance of the tax reduction, which will come in October of this year. There's a series of tiers of tax reductions that have been happening, and the next one will come in October of this year, and this is alcohol tax. And what it will mean is that real beer, not happoshu, not beers made with 25% malt or no malt, which is a possibility here, real beer, malt beer, will go down 6.65 yen per 350 milliliters. So the tax will go down, and I think they're raising prices or introducing slightly higher prices here to show that, we're going to lower the price now. So people will get used to it, and then maybe a slightly lower price. I don't really know, but in any case, the tax will be going down soon in October. You might hear some noise here. My 2 cats are kind of tussling with each other, and outside is a thunderstorm developing. So a lot of thunder coming around here. Well, enough talk. Shall we get to this beer? Oh, one more thing. This beer is 340 milliliters. 340 milliliters, not 350. So they're saving some money there too as well. So it's a slightly smaller beer. That was a crack. Scheiße. Okay, well, it did come off, but now it's dripping in my hand. I guess I didn't read the instructions carefully enough. So you can see the full head of foam here, and what it should look like, and top as well. Okay, shall we give this one a go? Smells fine. Grainy. Something like noble hops, perhaps. Maybe a, a light Pilsner aspect, maybe. Doesn't taste or smell terribly special. Foam is still there, as you can see. Tastes like a, yeah, they never say the style of beer. They just, when they list things, they say type beer. And occasionally they'll tell you if it's an ale or not. But I'm suspecting this is probably intended to be a Pilsner. Feels unusual to drink it out of a can. It does have a pleasant, bready, malty backbone. Really nice hopping. It definitely lightened up with that rice in there. This is not bad. Not bad. It's better than I thought it would be. I think I would call it a premium in character, if not in actuality, because it does have all of these adjuncts: rice, corn, and starch. But not a bad beer. Unfortunately, it's a little highly priced. 283 yen for 340 milliliters, not 350. So what that means is every 34 cans they can can an extra one. And, yeah. Not bad. You should give this a try. I don't think it's going to be a keeper for Asahi. And if you do, please follow the instructions more carefully than I did when you open it. Okay? And get yourself a full. Don't spill any of it, because it is a little pricey. Okay. Recently I've decided to start talking a little bit about some things that I've been doing, or things that are keeping me going these days. A few reviews back, I talked about a book of poetry, this one by Howard Moss, which I've been reading, and I read a poem from it. Howard Moss, who was not really considered a major poet in the American canon, but I think he's quite good. And what I'd like to introduce today is a series of essays which I've been reading over the years. And this is the 37th volume. 37? 36? In any case, it's called The Best American Essays, and it comes out annually. And this is the edition for 2022. And basically I think what they are choosing is the best essays of 2021. And the guest editor is Alexander Chee. You may know his name. And I have the entire series. I've been picking up volumes in used bookstores over the years, and I have the very first one, which is 1986, and over the years I've been going through them all. Generally they're wonderful to read. This year's one has a whole series of new voices, a lot of names which may not be familiar to many people, some which are. In any case, here's the list of the whole series. Going back to Elizabeth Hardwick was the editor in 1986, and Alexander Chee in 2002. And so a lot of interesting essays, and so far I've only gone through a few here. The one that's impressed me so far is a young writer who died, Anthony, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Vyazna So, who was the child of Cambodian immigrants, and grew up in Stockton, California, and died at 28, accidental overdose, but apparently he was quite a rising star in American nonfiction literature, and the essay he wrote was about a friend who died, and so it was quite affecting, really, and very well written. So I haven't, again, I've gotten only through about 8 of them so far, but generally read 1 or 2 a day, and it is quite a good series. The editors are all very different, and they pick different types, so Alexander Chee has picked a lot of people of color, people of different sexualities, different genders, and apparently some people complained about that we don't have the traditional greats in here, and well, no, we don't. But it's good to hear other things, other styles, other news from other places, and this edition certainly gives us that up to date. Especially living here in Japan, to kind of keep up to date with what is going on in other parts of the English-speaking world, especially America. So, yeah. In any case, that's enough for today. So the beer was once again this one, Asahi Shokusai. Give it a go or not, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.